Well, its higher education in Ghana has grown considerably in the last decade. So we moved from my university being the only public university to having three public universities for many, many years. In the last 10 years, however, we've seen several other public universities come. So currently, there are 8 public universities in Ghana. The last 5 all coming up in the last decade. In addition to these 8 public universities, we have more than 50 private universities. By law, all these private universities are required to be affiliated with an established public university. And so many of them tend to be affiliated with us. That is quite a big challenge for us in the sense that we have to supervise all that they do for about 5 years. It's a challenge in the sense that it requires considerable time and human resources from us. It requires us to oversee the admissions of students. It requires us to look at the academic programs. It requires us to look at the way they hire the teaching staff and so on and so forth, and what kind of work they do. That is quite a challenge for us, especially since our own numbers have also grown considerably in the last few years. So we try very hard to make do with whatever resources we have in order to achieve the expected outcomes. Apart from these private universities and also the public universities, there are a number of other institutions that have been designated tertiary institutions in Ghana that more or less behave like universities. And there are about 10 of these all over Ghana. So the higher education landscape has changed considerably in the last decade. There are issues with quality. There are issues with quality. There are issues with accreditation. There's a board that is responsible for accreditation, is struggling to do its work, likely because of the inadequacy of resources. But I think by and large, many people appreciate the enormity of the challenges facing the accreditation board and the higher education system in Ghana. We accept that quality has been compromised in some instances, and it takes a long time for us to overcome the difficulties associated with an expansion, a rapid expansion of the higher education system.